Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the webinar. How can you forecast your large order sales pipeline better? I have muted you all, and therefore I request you to check box if you hear me well. In order to get the best use of the bandwidth and make sure that we have a good communication, I have muted you all. So just confirm to me, can you all hear me on the chat box? Yes, thank you, Saju. Yes, thank you. All right, you can all hear me. All right. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity to spend a little time with you. How can you forecast your large order sales pipeline better? My name is Ravi and I look after the operations of Mercuri India. Mercuri International, 58 years globally and 28 years in India, working with organizations to improve their sales performance, sales capability, and the sales efficiency. Thanks for the opportunity to share some of our expertise, some of our insights in a very specific area, which is how to forecast large order opportunity pipeline. All right. This webinar would be for just about 40 minutes. And I'm going to ask you, I'm going to make it a bit engaging. And I'm going to ask you to answer some questions as we go along. Make it a bit more interactive. And I would request you to send in your messages through the chat box so that we can have some little more nice engagement as well. All right. Let me ask the first question. And let's have a little discussion. Why do large opportunities many times can be a hit or a miss? You're working on a large opportunity. That's going to make a big impact to your top line. Maybe you've even committed it to your MD. Oh, we're going to get this order. Most likely we're going to get this order. But sometimes it can be a hit or a miss. A go or a no-go. A yes or a no. Why do estimation of the closure of large opportunities becomes difficult? What are the chances of achieving this deal? When do I think I can close this? What is the confidence level in getting this opportunity closed? Why do estimation of the closure of large opportunities becomes difficult? And why do large opportunities pose a challenge for managing through the whole journey? Lots of things to do, lots of activities to do, lots of ifs and buts, lots of doubts. Why do large opportunities pose a challenge for managing through the whole journey? So, gentlemen, 3 questions. If the ladies and gentlemen, 3 questions. Why do large opportunities many times can be a hit or miss? Why do estimation of the closure of large opportunities becomes difficult? Why do large opportunities pose a challenge for managing through the whole journey? 30 seconds, I want you to give your responses on the chat. All right. Look at these questions. Yes, I can hear nicely from Ravi Sundaram. Many people, uncertainties involved. Absolutely fine. That's a lovely answer, Ravi. What could be some more insights, answers for these 3 lovely questions? Suddenly, from somewhere, a decision maker not map appears and tilts the balance. Oh yes. Inadequate prospecting. Improper due diligence. Lovely Savik. Yes, absolutely. You can send the chat message to everybody else, will no issues at all. Inadequate prospecting, improper, VUCA, absolutely. The kind of uncertainty, well, very amazingly high. Improper estimation of competition, that's from Praveen. Brilliant, absolutely. Oh yes, Ravi Sundaram once again back here. Competitor plays from the other side, and you can't estimate it, you can't know that. I wish you knew everything, absolutely. Probably sends you a mail, hey, I'm going to do that. That's a competitor's mail from your mailbox. That'll be lovely. No. Oh yes, there are plenty of reasons why these things happen. In the next 20-30 minutes time, we'll probably discover, I don't know whether I have a magic wand, but we're going to discover maybe a better way, maybe a stronger way, maybe a more structured way to do some of the things a little better, maybe much better than what we are doing at this point of time. So, looking at these questions, lovely. Thank you, Praveen. My voice is echoing. I'll manage it a little better. Thank you. All right. Therefore, these are the 3 questions, and you got some lovely answers. More people are involved. Absolutely. Lovely. You guys said it nicely. More variables. There are plenty of variables available. And the more variables, the more complexity of the situation. And more risk. The risk could be on both sides. The risk could be for the seller. The risk could be for the buyer. So more people are involved. More variables are involved, more risk on both sides, and therefore multiple factors play a role, and therefore the answers to all the 3 questions, life becomes more challenging. It will be wonderful if we can precisely forecast. I always say, very nicely, in a joke somebody said, any forecast is always accurate if made after the event. What a wonderful world if I can make a forecast after the event. I always do that. It doesn't happen. But in our lives as sales managers, as sales heads, we are required to forecast much before. And the larger opportunity, the sales cycles could be longer, and that's why we got to do it much, much earlier as well. And the probability, the confidence level keeps changing as well all the time. So how do we handle this situation a little bit more effectively? Let's see if we can discover a magic formula. Let's see if we can discover a magic wand in the next 20-30 minutes time. Alright. We still need to forecast in any case. We can't stop it. That's life. That's reality. How do you handle it? Few things, if you look at that, very interestingly, if you see that what are the different elements involved in managing a large opportunity? Can I ask you to quickly text back, what are the various elements, what are the various variables in managing a large opportunity? Maybe about 20-30 seconds, some little text messages can come in, please. That's wonderful. What could be the various elements involved in managing a large opportunity? Yep. I'm going to relax for 30 seconds to hear you on the text. Customer, competition, decision makers, absolutely. Resource availability. Yes, Sanket talks about competition, which is there, absolutely true. Showing, understanding the customer's need properly and trying to go a mile beyond. Pramod talks about multiple regions, which means multiple people. Internal capabilities, pricing, market coverage, Chandrasekhan talks about it. Sanket talks about benefits of offer. Have we really articulated and is the customer saying yes, is it possible? Lovely. I think I've come out for some really, really good ones as well. Okay. Let's see what could be. The number of variables could be. One is profiling the opportunity itself. So it talks about proactive assessment of customer need. How do you profile the opportunity? When you look at profiling the opportunity, there are 4 different fine elements. One is, are we selling an idea to the customer? Is it a bit of a concept selling? Is it something the customer has never looked at it in the past? Or the customer has some idea but hesitant to do that? There's one important element. Are we selling a concept? Which means the kind of activities we need to do to build that concept ahead would be a little different. much earlier, maybe much earlier before the tender, much earlier before the RFP, much earlier before the inquiry. Second part of profiling an opportunity could be, do we know customers' confidence in our company's capabilities? Have you heard from him? Has he made some statement? Do we have some idea about it? Because that determines how we really look at the opportunity. The third one is, what kind of a competition is available in this opportunity? Is it possible in this opportunity? Do we look at the scope of the competition and have some idea of where do we position ourselves among that? Are we selling an idea? Do we know customers' confidence in our capabilities? Do we have an idea of handling the competition, or what kind of a competition? And the last part of profiling an opportunity would be, is it a standard solution we have? Is it a completely new solution we have to create? How do we really evolve a solution well? What kind of a co-creation of a solution is possible? I think if we have some idea, we can profile the opportunity in a more effective way. Can all of you hear me? Because Praveen says voice is not clear. Others, if you can hear me, let me know. Others are able to hear. Sauvik is able to hear. So everyone is able to hear. So let me try my best to do. Praveen, you may have to check your mobile or whatever device you're using it. If you don't mind, we'll do our best definitely. So there are four distinct elements of profiling the opportunity. Are we selling an idea? Do we have customers' confidence in us? Do we know that? Are we handling competition? Do we know what kind of a competition? And what kind of a solution evolution has to be there? That's a nice way of profiling an opportunity, because in each one of these elements, the kind of activities are different. Second variable, establishing the need. And the key word is establishing. One is defining, establishing the need. Sometimes it's merely a want and not a strong need. Need is also need in a solution, need for a solution. The need for a solution is a fundamental need. The need in the solution is an element of the solution which addresses parts of the need. Have you established it? Have you established a budget? May not be very precisely. No customer is going to reveal it that easily, but I think we can sense it a little bit by a series of crucial conversations. Do we establish a timeline? When we say establishing the timelines, it is not about hearing what the customer says, linking to the many factors of the project of the customer, linking to the many other elements of the customer situation, and validating those timelines subtly with multiple people as well. Thank you, Praveen. And do we recognize who? The word who is a lovely word. Who are the people? The people who can make a decision, the people who can stop a decision, the people who can influence a decision, the people who can put up a decision, or the hundreds of people. And there are people who appear to be really key to make a decision but are not really true. And there are people who are not really looking like decision makers but have a tremendous role to play behind. Do we have their likes and relative likes? Likes about ourselves, our product or solution. If we are going to get an approval, if we are going to get a listing, are we really established being listed in terms of the choice? Established being the preferred choice. So there are a number of factors that we need to look at in terms of the variables which are in the entire cloud of the opportunity which is hopefully going to be in order. Alright. So there's a need, let's say for example, I'm going to give a little bit of a nice picture. Here's an opportunity, and hopefully it becomes an order after some time. And here's a nice smart sales guy, the sales here like you is working on this. Here's an opportunity and moving towards order. Sorry. I got to move towards it, but I got to forecast when am I going to do, what's the chance, how good it is, and if I know what are the chances, I can do something about it to make the chances a bit more stronger. So I want to move on this opportunity order. Good, there's a need, I have established the need, very well with the customer. Now I'm moving a little bit closer to the order, and also I've met all the decision makers. Yes, let me go back once again. Yes, there is a need. Yeah, and now I met all the decision makers, and the keyword is all the decision makers. I get the validation from many people. Oh no, there's one decision maker I've still not met. No, I've not met, then I've not moved further. But if I met all the decision maker, I can say, yeah, I'm moving a little bit closer possibly. Yes, good one. Oh, I'm happy that the technical team likes my solution. I'm working on it, and the technical team likes my solution. They've told me they like my solution. They're putting up a case for liking my solution. All the technical team is clearly saying that your solution is distinctly better than competition. I can really see it fits in with my requirements beautifully. Looking at today's versus tomorrow's requirement, the scalability is very good. I love your solution. I wish we alone can make a decision to buy you. I mean, piece of indication. We got to sense them, find out, ask questions, talk to more people, not make assumptions about it. Validate it once, twice, thrice to make sure that I am working on this large opportunity. Is a hit or miss? Is a yes or no? I can't afford to leave things to chance. I can't allow my over-optimism. I can't allow my prejudices. I can't allow my own assumptions clouding the real situation which is there. So the technical team loves my solution. I'm moving forward very beautifully. All right. Oh no, there is one key person I have not yet met, I just discovered. In one of my little conversations with my person whom I know, he said, hey, wait a minute, actually in our company, this number 2 to the CFO is a very key man. Well, we never talked about it. Oh, wait a minute. That means I am actually probably going back towards opportunity, not moving towards order. Therefore, if you look at the moment of opportunity to order, it is a lovely journey, a journey of yeses and no's. There are yes and there are no's. A series of yeses, a series of no's is what makes the journey exciting, at the same time, sometimes frustrating, and also the beauty of that is it gives me a handle to convert the no into an yes. And a number of yeses is really what is going to make a big impact. Converting our actions into milestones. I'm spending some time with the decision maker. I'm spending some time with the technical person. I'm spending some time with the finance guy. I'm spending some time at the shop floor level, where I am, the user level. That actions must be converted into a milestone. Your milestone indicates that I have reached from there. It tells me you are here. That means it's a way to decide how far we are away from the order or how close are we to the order. These tangible milestones, a series of them, is what's going to help me to see, am I closer in the line between opportunity to order or am I far away from the opportunity to order? That means the only milestone is a customer acceptance, a stated acceptance, clarified acceptance, verified acceptance, validated acceptance, the only tangible milestone. That means we're going to have some solution to make this happen. Therefore, the only solution which is beautiful here is asking ourselves a series of questions which can give only two possible answers. Mind you, here we are not talking about asking the customer questions. It is asking ourselves a series of questions. I am the sales guy. I am working on this opportunity. I have to constantly ask myself the question. Here is the question, is the answer yes? Is the answer no? To get to know whether it's yes or no, I may have to ask a lot of questions to the customer, but the key is to identify, is my answer to my question a series of questions, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes or no? If it is yes, I am moving forward on the diagonal. I'm moving on the opportunity to order. If it is no, either we do not go forward or we come back. And the only time we are sure of an order is when we are right at the order stage, the order has come and maybe with advance. Otherwise, it's a future mirage. Therefore, only two answers are possible for any question I ask myself about the opportunity I'm working on. Yes, I move forward on the diagonal. No, I do not go forward. I'm still in the same place, or I go back depending upon the answer. So, it's all a matter of closed questions and framing the right closed questions. There are no likely answers. It's an yes or no. Does the customer like my proposal completely and has he said it? Yes. I'm moving a little forward. Does the customer not like my proposal and he has said no, I'm not convinced, it's a no. If the customer says it looks okay, well, it is still not an yes. Because we have got to be very clear that if I want to move forward, I need an yes. Not a likely possibility, maybe, no. So there are no scope for maybes. It's a yes or it's a no. And therefore, we have got to frame this question extremely beautiful. Because then we know how close are we to the closure. Is it based on perception or is it based on objective criteria? Perceptions can be dangerous. Delusions can be dangerous. Could we look at the possible activities we have done and customer commitment and create a tool to measure the closeness to closure? So, can we find out a tool? And friends, here is going to be the magic wand for that. So, we're going to make a list of comprehensive questions under 3 categories. We have done it for clients with a huge success in improvement in the forecast, and not only that, by better quality of actions, the closures become better and better and better. Nothing is certain in the world till we get it. That's the reality of life. But if you can do a few things a little better, we have a better chance of success. And therefore, how to make a beautiful comprehensive list of questions under 3 categories. Now, why 3 categories? You'll see right moment. Some questions are essential questions. That means the yes for those questions is really a big impact on it. If I get a yes to that essential question, my movement is fast. I move forward quickly on the diagonal. I take a few steps. If it's a little nice, wonderful stairs, I jump a few steps. Essential questions. Desirable questions, yes, I move forward, but not 3-4 steps at a time, but maybe a couple of steps at a time. Alright, okay? And there could be some useful questions to have. These questions might just take me 1 step higher. It's okay, because some questions have a critical impact on the moment from opportunity to order. Some questions have a normal impact on the moment of opportunity to order. Some have a short, small moment. All moments are important, but some are fast, some are medium, some are slow. So essential questions, desirable questions, and useful questions. The moment is fast, as I told you. We jump a few steps, lovely, super. Desirable questions, the moment is medium, little few steps. Useful question, the moment is slow. So, we have to make a list of lovely, comprehensive questions under 3 categories. Remember, these are the questions I ask myself about the opportunity. So, tracking the progress of an opportunity, we have a name, and that's called the tactical checklist. It's tactical, consciously working on the opportunity. Many small elements are there, and I have to have a checklist for myself. Every living moment, every waking moment, I got to look at, am I moving on the opportunity faster or not? Am I moving at all? The tactical checklist. Okay, so here's the magic wand, and these are the questions to start with, and these are the questions for a particular business. So the questions also depend on the kind of business you are in, but it doesn't matter. As long as we know the methodology of this question, the framework of this question, the broad dimensions of this question, You have a tool which you can adapt, you can modify, and you can work around it. And this is a set of questions which is co-created for a company which is in the business of selling large technology-based solutions. Okay, let's look at one of these questions now. Essential question. The first essential question, here's the first magic plan part. Does the customer have a sanctioned budget and is it still available for the purchase? Question 1. Have we mapped all the decision makers and influencers and are they positive to us? Did we build the specs for this RFP? Did we do the spec in nicely? Is it well built in? Does the customer acknowledge that our proposal is in line with the RFP? One is the building an RFP, other the customer says, I can say, we can give an alternative as well. It's okay, but there must be one proposal which fits well with the RFP. Has the proposal been technically cleared, accepted, loved, liked, whatever? You can change the words. Do we know the customer's evaluation process? First of all, do we know? Many times, I worked for about 30 years in this business, and before that 11 years in sales. So 41 years I've seen that we really many times, including me, we don't know the customer's evaluation process very well. Except in a few cases where it's publicly stated, which case everybody knows it. No big deal. And is it favorable to our strengths? Have we done a bit of an analysis? Is the customer happy with our first step, site visit, if at all, or a proof of concept? Depends, whatever it is. And have they recommended us? Is the decision-making team, the score team, favorable compared to competition? So we must do a bit of a competition analysis as well. Have been listed for the final discussion? Key discussions, you can change the words. Has a negotiation been announced on are we going to be in the list invited? Will the customer give us the first chance of the future? These are 11 questions. And you can see something within bracket, 5555. And you'll see what it is in a few moments from now. So there are 11 essential questions. Each one of these questions, to make it from a no to yes, and when you start working on a large opportunity, the answers to these questions could also be, don't know, I don't know. A don't know is as good as no. A don't know is not an yes. An yes says only when I know it well, and I know it for sure. And to get this no to yes, to get this don't know to yes, to get this I'm not sure to yes, lots of activities. Sales is a set of activities, a series of activities which produce results. Of course, there's another factor called luck, which anyway is not within your control or my control. What can we do about it? Hopefully we get luckier if you have better activities as well. Activity in the right quantity, activity in the right quality, activity in the right direction. And tactical checklist will give you not only the quantity of activities, but the right direction of activities as well. So 11 questions, 5 marks, that is the essential question. For the desirable question, do we know the customer's budget? Do we have a reliable internal coach and it's part of the process? Is the customer happy with a pilot, prototype, demo or something? Have been recommended strongly by principals, especially when you are using the principal's products and there's a connection. For some companies, they say, no, this question is not relevant for me. No problem, take it out, it's perfectly fine. Does the customer discuss the case with us or do we have to follow up with him all the time? Are we in a position to influence the process of evaluation? Do we have that little cloud? Is the customer happy with the past service? If we have some past dealings, sometimes that could become a really big issue at the crucial stage of the opportunity. Have we started all the pending problems and perceptions right now? Or the end users positive, have we made them, talk to them, have we found out something? CEO, CFR, etc. Customers have any main problem with the main competitor? How? That's an important question to get. We may not be able to change it here from no to yes or yes to no, but at least we will have a hang of it. It gives you a bit of elbow room extra in terms of your numbers. Or our terms and conditions in line with the customer's policies. Otherwise, that could become a big issue towards the closure stage. Do we know who are all considered? Do you know who will be the team? So, are there any policies which could prevent the customer from deciding in our favor? It could be country-related policies, company-type related policies, policies which are unstated, but they are existing. So 15 lovely questions which are desirable and 2 marks for each one of them. So you have actually 11 into 5, 55. You've got 15 into 30 points, lovely. If you get all the answers, I'm moving forward nicely. And some desirable questions. Do the key decision makers have a relationship with our top management? Do they know us? The CEO connect. Is a consultant, implementer, external party involved? Is in our favor because he can put a spoke in the wheel. Do we have free access to key decision maker? Can we meet them at a reasonably easy appointment way, or is a huge Herculean task? Are we aware of the competitor's proposal? Is the customer convinced of any confidentiality issues in dealing with that? Sometimes that could be a little issue in a little nice case as well. So 5 questions, 1 mark each. So you got 11 into 5, 55. 15 into 30, useful 5 into 5. If the answers are yes. If the answers are no, it's a 0 marks. An essential question, 11, if all the 11 are no, or I don't know, it is 0. There are only 2 answers possible. Possibly, partly, likely, mostly, doesn't exist. 0 or far. Bit of a harsh on ourselves, but it's worth it, isn't it true? So, you have an opportunity order. If all the answers are yes, you are actually really nice. You're moving beautifully to the order. You see that? You are somewhere there. It's 90. Alright? What happens to the balance 10? Can any of you send me a little text message, all of you who would want it? Why is not 100? It's only 90. Even if all the questions are answered beautifully yes, it's only 90. Why not 100? Can you send me some text messages? I'll wait for it, about 20 seconds. Ashish Bhatnagar, luck. Oh, I like that. Thanks, Ashish. Basic nature of uncertainty, Praveen. Thanks, Praveen. You're able to hear nicely. I'm happy. Yes, good. Okay. Anyone else? Luck, basic nature of uncertainty, business. Anyone else? Just go ahead. Shoot it off. Scope for improvement. Oh, sorry. I like that. You're constantly looking for improvement. That's beautiful. Yes. Right. Anyone else? Quickly. One last. One more, 2 last, maybe. Possibly. A relationship, that could be. Party which is also there here. Yes, okay. Right, relationship, okay. Miss something in the process? Okay, fine. Okay, what we will see is that the remaining 10%, I can tell you, is only when the order is in the hand. 100% is only when the order is in the hand. Therefore, the remaining 10 is unpredictable, force majeure, act of God. That's all. Uncontrollable practice of it, you say. I put a verse for that. Unpredictable force. And 100 is only when the order is signed on my hand with my advance. That's all. So 100 is not a forecast. 100 can never be forecast. Because 100 is happening. A forecast is before happening. Therefore, it can never be 100. They kept it 90, and the remaining 10 can be any one of these factors. So we can be sure of 90%, but we can't be sure of the remaining. Okay. Now, this is a beautiful framework of series of questions to ask ourselves. And to get the answers to this is the capability, the skill, the engagement, the prospecting, the connect, and the way of really measuring, avoiding assumptions, avoiding idiosyncrasies, avoiding prejudice, and working towards it. I would like you now to think about later, would you like to frame the questions for your business and improve the forecast for large opportunities efficiently? These questions are for a business. You can change these questions. It's entirely up to you. You can change the number of questions. Some of you can say, I can put a weightage for each question. Oh, you can do that. But my suggestion is, don't make the tool very complex. The more complex the tool, the less we tend to use it. This itself is a very powerful tool, good enough. As you use it, you can always make it a bit sharper, make it a bit sharper, make it a bit sharper. The more you use, the more you learn how to improve it. So improvement can be there. But making these questions under 3 broad buckets, essential, desirable, and useful, and constantly searching for answers of yes or no. doing activities to make no to yes, planning activities to convert no to yes, a focused way can help us to focus large opportunities efficiently. That is the way of forecasting large opportunity. Thank you very much. Before we close, your thoughts, your ideas, your questions, or anything that comes to your mind will be most welcome. And I will send you my email ID. You can certainly connect with me at any point of time if you have anything that you want to share, you want to learn, or you want to pick up on this particular topic. Here is my mail ID. All right. Beautiful. Thank you. Can you share the PowerPoint? Yes, Suvik, it will be done. We are trying to upload and all this stuff will be done. Absolutely. Any idea? What do you think of this idea? Do you think it makes sense? Definitely, yes. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure, Praveen. Absolutely. Chandrasekhar, yes. Last time when I ran this webinar, there was one person from Sweden. This person said, Ravi, it requires courage to ask ourselves these questions. The moment we build that courage and frame these questions, we are going to win more orders in the future. Because remember, it's better to hear a no now rather a no at the end of it. Because the end of it is a big no. This is a small no. A series of small no's become a big no. You can further customize the question, make a predictive. Absolutely, you can do all those things. But remember, Sovik, by doing all these things, the probability model will come only by repetitive or doing it and measuring it. But it's a good way to do that. Framework of question is very important, Pramod. Very true. And remember, let's just do it for medium-sized opportunities. Test it out, do it. But otherwise, forecasting, measuring future based on subjectivity can be a disaster, because it's better to have a no now to convert the possible yes than have the big shock at the end of it. Alright? So thank you so much, guys. Have a lovely evening and a weekend, and all the very best to you. Thank you very much.